Welcome. Today's plant is another Euphorbia, Euphorbia milii. It looks very different from the succulent Euphorbias that I showed you in the last videos. It is a succulent, however the degree of succulentism is much lesser than the one of the other Euphorbias I have. The stem is quite thick and leafless at the bottom, succulent stem, and it is armed with thorns, with needles that protect the plant from being eaten, that protect the water accumulated in it from being stolen. And at the tip of the stem there are leaves, which when the plant doesn't have enough water, they fall. When there is no water, there are no leaves either. And at the very top of the plant, at the very top of the stem, there is a beautiful flower. What's interesting is that the beauty of the flowers here, the color, doesn't come from the flower itself. The colorful structures that surround the flowers are modified leaves, and the flower itself is reduced to only reproductive organs, and this is something that is very characteristic to all Euphorbias, succulent and non-succulent Euphorbias alike. They don't have sepals or petals. Their flowers are clustered into structures called cyathia. And a cyatheum is either a cluster of male and female flowers, or sometimes male and female flowers can grow separately on different stem of the same plant, or sometimes, rarely, but it happens also, that the male and female flowers grow on separate plants, and that is called a dioecious species. I have a plant like that. It's Euphorbia obesa, and I made videos about it, so you're welcome to have a look at my Euphorbia obesa. I have both male and female. Let's go back to the view of the entire plant. It looks very different than the other Euphorbias I showed you. It looks very different than any other Euphorbia for that matter, and this is because this plant is from an island. It comes from Madagascar. And because islands are isolated, the fauna and flora of islands are very specific to those particular islands, because evolution takes place there independently from what is going on the mainland. So if you are looking for a plant or for an animal that is very different than anything else, you need to go to an island. And an island doesn't have to be a piece of land somewhere in the ocean. An island, ecologically speaking, could be an isolated piece of an environment, just like a lake in the middle of a continent. Just like Lake Baikal or the Rift Lakes of Africa, they behave like islands, even though they are the opposite. They are just bodies of water on the continent. There are many varieties of Euphorbia milii. There are varieties that have yellow flowers. There are varieties that are tall and that branch more easily than others. And I don't know how this one will grow, how this one will behave. I got it as a tiny cutting from someone who has more than one Euphorbia milii specimen. I'm not sure which one she gave me, so it will be a surprise. So it will be something to discover. I don't know how tall it would be, but I can already see that it is not a plant that will branch easily. This is about it. This is about what I would like to share with you about my Euphorbia milii. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you like my plant. I like it a lot. Have a great afternoon.